In a game where legends are born and champions are forgotten, one name still echoes across the battlefield. Znatch. He doesn't come to play, he comes to dominate. Every headshot, pure precision. Every duel, a lesson in fear. Opponents don't see a player, they see their respawn screen. Znatch isn't just a player, he is Unreal Tournament. Discover his story only on the Players Profiles podcast.
So that said, we have got with us today someone who has an undeniable reputation as one of the best players to ever touch the game, and I am very excited. I don't want to do too much hyping, so I'm actually going to let my guest introduce themselves. Please, everyone, welcome Znatch.
Hello.
Yeah, so as always, I like to start these things off with just a quick question of when did you start playing Unreal Tournament?
Oh, it was a long time ago, a lifetime ago. It's like 20 years plus.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's a long time.
How old were you when you first played? Do you remember?
Oof. I was around, I would say like 17, 18, 16, 17 years old, I think.
Okay. And did you play at a home or you played at a friend's house, or how did you experience the game the first couple times?
We had a friend in the group, like a friend group. That he was the nerd, so he was into gaming, like PlayStation and all kinds of games. And
no shade against nerds.
No. I love nerds. So I'm a nerd myself in a special way. But he got a demo of the Unreal Tournament game, and we gathered at his place, and we played there for a while. And like a few months after that, my mom bought me a PC and an internet connection. So yeah, that's how the story.
From then on, it was all downhill.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it was dial up back then. So my mother got crazy on me. I was playing all the time back then. So.
I had a somewhat similar start myself. For me, I had gone to a friend's house. He lived maybe half a mile away, walking distance. And I had gone to his house, and me and some other high school friends, we were all playing Smash Brothers on the N64. This is how long ago this was. And he would play a round or two of on the N64, and then he would go hop on his computer and play this game. And I was like, what is that you're playing? I've never seen that before. And he was playing Unreal Tournament, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll give it a try. And he gave me the CD to take home and install at my house. And my computer was so bad, but I just instantly was hooked. I loved the game so much. So you get your start around the same age as most of us. You're in your teenage years. When did you start to notice that you were pretty good? That you like started like, hey, I'm really good at this. I'm having a lot of fun playing this, and I'm beating most people that I'm playing.
Oof, that's a good question, because I was the worst. I was so bad.
Slow start, huh? Slow start?
Yeah. I was so bad, but I think after like a few months, I started to notice like, oh, I'm pretty good, because we were playing on a low gravity server, Morpheus only. And yeah, but it was great fun. We had like ball mice and tiny mouse pads, and the music was pumping, the Morpheus soundtrack, and we were just
Let's just take a moment to pause and appreciate the music in this game. It formed so much of my taste in music today. It's so good. It's so good. Anyway, so you have a slow start, and then you start to figure out after a few months, okay, I'm doing pretty good at this. When did you? Before I say when, let me say it this way. Early on, were there other players that you could recognize that other people might know that still play the game today, maybe, who you looked up to at that point in time, who you thought were way, way better than you were at the time?
Yeah, it was all the Dutch and German players, basically. And it was Gits. We had like Fragem, a teammate of mine. We had Mr. Frost. We had Fallen Angel. We had there were so many like Crush from Mortal Teamwork. There were so many good players. And Sulg from Sweden as well. He used to come to that low gravity server and play.
Yeah, okay.
And he was kicking our asses like crazy. He was like a big idol for me, actually.
That's great, man. Yeah, I feel like I think a lot of us had a very similar start. I also was introduced to the game playing these kind of giant map, low grav, Instagib servers. And it wasn't, I think I may have told the story before, and DVP can edit this out if he doesn't want to have it in there. I had met this guy who had been playing in the North America scene in a clan called 3K, and he was really good. And we were all playing Instagib, and he pulled out the minigun with the damage amplifier and just completely melted everybody in the server. And I was like, what is this gun? How does this work? I had never seen it before. I had only played Instagib. And so, you know, the idea that there were other weapons and that you could do all this other stuff, he was like, haven't you ever played the base version of the game? And I said, no. And so he showed me all this, what I called small maps, the regular maps. Codex, I think, was the first regular map that I played. But he was so good, and I looked up to him, and then he stopped playing, and I never quit after that. So it's pretty interesting. And as a fun extra little detail, some of these names you're throwing out, I recognize only because I had seen them in these frag videos. I was, teenage kid, and I'm seeing these frag videos, and I'm like, oh man, these guys are so good. I will never get to that stage. And now here I am interviewing these people and talking to them, and I get to play against you guys on, ping compensation servers. It's pretty great.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's incredible.
It's fun. It's a very full circle kind of moment.
Yeah.
Okay, so enough out of me. Let's get back to you, because you are the person you're the guest of honor here. So you look up to these players. You start to recognize that they are really, really good. They're pulling off moves and hitting shots that you find just very impressive. Was there a point where you said, okay, it's kind of now or never. I really have to train hard to be able to get to their level? Or was it just always a gradual improvement?
I think it was a gradual improvement, because back then I think I had like 30 FPS and a very high ping. So I couldn't really compete against the top dogs. I don't think they like Gitz, for example. I played versus him a lot, but I don't think he even remembers me back then.
Sure.
But it was a gradual thing for me. Yeah, it took time. But I grinded. I was addicted like a little kid. Like I was playing non-stop. It was really addicting, this game.
Yeah.
And it still is.
It still is.
I see it. Yeah.
I know. Yeah. You're preaching to the choir here. I know that.
But I see this game as like a therapy in a way.
I was
you escape reality.
I've talked to a couple other people about this, both in these interviews and outside of the interviews. Yes, you escape reality, but I think for me, the way that I like to think about it is there are very few things I get to do in my life where I enter kind of like a mental flow state, where I'm just like, you just kind of, your brain shuts off for a little bit because it's pure reaction and instinct, and you're just working through muscle memory, and everything kind of fades away and you get locked in, and that kind of mental flow state is so rewarding. It's so addictive, and that, I think that's what drives a lot of this for me anyway.
Yeah. I can relate to that, yeah.
When you find yourself grinding this game, you're getting better and better, and you slowly get yourself to a point where you feel like you could compete. What was the jump? Was it a new PC? Was it a new internet connection? What got you to that next phase?
I don't know. I always had a bad PC over the years. I never had like top gear equipment. So
even to this day, are you still using whatever is lying around, or do you have anything special that you kind of focus on? Because I know some players take it very, very seriously, the kind of equipment they use.
Now I have quite good equipment, actually. It's decent. One good friend of mine from the community, Alea, he helps me with that. But what was the question again? Sorry, I
guess my question is, you say this, you had this gradual improvement that you recognize you got better and better, but there had to be some point where it wasn't just gradual improvement anymore, because to go from, yeah, I'm getting gradually good at this game over many years to I am competing at an international level and I'm winning most of the time. There's a jump there that I'm not quite seeing the connection for. So what was the switch? Was it just maybe there wasn't one? Maybe that's why I'm confused. There wasn't a switch. It just
No. I mean, I think I just gradually got better, and I'm the type of person I'm very stubborn. You know, when I want something, I go for it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So
and I think it was a gradual thing, and I just got good.
okay, for sure.
I was always like challenging the best players, and I kept losing, and eventually I started to win.
Yeah.
It was a hard grind, but I don't mind losing. This is the point, I think, also for to get better. You don't I don't mind losing. That's a big thing, I think, for my progress.
Yeah, I feel very similarly myself. I don't mind losing a bunch. I think the only difference between you and me is that instead of losing and losing and losing and eventually getting better, I just kept losing. And so I don't know how you get to that next part. And that's kind of, well, you heard it here first, folks. Just get good. Just get good. It's that simple.
Just grind and have fun.
Have
balance, I think. So many people, they just try to grind, but that's not really how it works, I think. You should have a balance, and that's where you see like the best improvement, the quickest improvement as well. So I always try to have a balance,
What do you mean by balance? Say more about that.
Like, you can grind a game and play a lot, but you shouldn't forget everything around it, like your friends, your family, your health.
A good life balance as well.
A good lifestyle. Because when I was younger, I was trying to like brute force it in a way, and that held me back for quite some time. But I slowly realized like maybe I should balance this out a bit, and actually there the progress started to come.
Yeah, your body and your brain, it needs time to let these lessons sink in and to learn how to actually use them. What then, let's talk about a slightly different subject. What were some of your earliest tournaments, like really big tournaments?
I think it was like clan-based tournaments, Euro Cups. Because I played with a clan named Virus. After we had a Morpheus only clan for a while, then I joined a Nordic clan called Virus with Tokrates, 2KR he's called, and Alcatrax. So I played with them in the beginning. So it was, if I remember correctly, it was like clan-based cups.
Okay.
Yeah. Which ones I don't remember exactly. But
that's fine.
Yeah,
just
that.
Want to know if anything stuck out to you. The idea of a Morpheus only clan is insane to me.
Like but the server, the server was so
narrow.
But we didn't know anything else.
Sure.
I didn't know there was other servers with like last man standing and stuff like that. I just hopped on that one, you know.
Yeah, of course.
For quite some time, yeah.
You know, this opens up a question that I have asked other people. And you mentioned someone like Gitz earlier.
Yeah.
The gameplay in the game has changed so much over the past 25 years. And a lot of that is driven by the quality of everybody's internet connections. Because everyone has much better internet connections, they're able to use the weapons more freely, and they don't have to rely on projectiles as much. So hitscan started to become more popular. Do you think that the players who really dominated in the very early era of the game would be just as powerful now, or do you think it would be a little bit more even of a playing field?
I think it would be much more even.
Okay.
Really, much more even, because like us from the Nordic, we had to, and other countries as well, like Portugal and many countries that didn't have like a good ping. We had to adapt to the game and just do like stand combos and 6-packs with rockets and spam flak balls and stuff like that. It was it took many years before we could use like hitscan
Mm-hmm.
or even like minigun or pulse,
Yeah.
because those weren't registering quick enough with the high
Right.
ping that we had. So
Right.
back then, these guys with the low ping, sorry to say, but they had a huge advantage. They could
Yeah.
kill us under 1 second, and there was also lockdown, if I remember.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
imagine the tracking skills you had to have back then. It was a joke, I think. You know, you could kill anyone and
Yeah.
just run around with minigun and low
Well,
ping, and yeah.
I was actually going to bring up that exact thought, is that it used to be the case that, you know, forever ago, 2001, that if you had the minigun, that was it. Like, that's the only weapon that you really needed. And it was considered so powerful because of the exact stuff that you're talking about. These days, you know, people are locking down the sniper rifle. They're locking down the shock rifle. They're anything where you can hit someone from across the map in a single click. Of course, you're going to lock that down. Why wouldn't you? So yeah, the game has changed a lot, and we're entering kind of a new era, especially with this ping compensation. And I just want to take a brief moment to talk about that. Have you had a chance to play with the ping compensation yet? How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I played with. I think the last Dual Cup now we had ping compensation. Also, the last 2 versus 2 Cup we had ping compensation.
Yeah.
Partially, I think, or maybe it was the whole cup, and it's amazing.
Yeah,
it's really wow.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that you had a 2v2 against KHR and his brother Ilde, Chrome and Ilde, how do you feel about that? Some brothers, young blood coming into the scene. They're really good.
Yeah, I was really impressed, and I was just like having a big smile on my face when we played against them.
Oh, that's wonderful to hear.
Yeah, because I like a challenge,
Of
and
course.
these guys were just raping us, sorry to say the word, but on deck we had the deck game versus them, and our heads was just popping.
Yeah, Chrome.
I loved it.
In our community, we play very, very short games. We do 12-minute TDM games, and we just did that because we found it was easier for us to get more games in a single night, instead of 15 or 20-minute games. Anyway, Chrome, I think, set a record the other day. He had 70 frags in a 12-minute game, which is just insane numbers on that level of TDM play.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
Let me just check the stats real quick.
He's like, wait a second, you think that's a record?
Yeah, but we have, he has really high ping, and his gameplay is incredible. I was really impressed by him and his brothers, but
and I think it is very apparent that their hit scan is just so strong, but it's not just that. They also have really good map knowledge. They also have really good positioning. They also have great timing, and it's not just pure hit scan. Because there are some players who are pure hit scan and all of that other stuff they aren't as good at, and so it's a little bit more balanced. But these guys, they're great at everything, and it's really frustrating to play against them sometimes.
Yeah. But I just want to say GSN from Europe, Poland, he has his record in 15 minutes, 89 frags.
Oh yeah, that keeps up. That's about the same, yeah.
Arctos has 82.
Yeah.
I have 79.
Yeah,
Supra have 78. So yeah, it's possible.
Yeah,
but
you guys
it's impressive.
You're on a totally different level than me. I think the highest I've gotten in a 12 to 15 minutes is maybe 50-ish. I just don't. My frag per hour is not that high.
Okay. Yeah, that's good still.
Yeah. I mean, it's not bad. I'm not a slouch, but yeah. There's always like these tiers of players where you just go, well, I can't. I'm not reaching that level. I've been doing this for 25 years. My skill's not changing now. I
think it could change with the right mindset, and also I think motivation.
Sure.
Like if you're really motivated, you can get great on anything. It doesn't matter what it is actually.
You know what? That's a great mindset to have, because it's never too late to work on something or improve something. I think for me, I have gotten to a point where I'm really happy with how good I am, and I recognize that sometimes I've got good days and I've got bad days, and the only thing I really want to get better at is just being consistently as good as I am. So that brings me into my next set of questions, which are game related still, but specifically, about the game, TDM has always been your preferred format. Have you tried the other styles? Have you tried Last Man Standing and Capture the Flag and that kind of stuff? Did any of those resonate with you? How'd you like them if you tried them?
I played all the modes basically.
Okay.
Capture the flag, capture all the modes. I think they are great, but most of the players that I know, my friends, they play TDM. So I got more drawn into that. I think this is the only reason I think why I haven't played more of Capture the Flag, for example. So
okay.
It just became TDM because all of my friends played that, and I kept with that. So,
are you saying that you don't have a personal preference for TDM, and it was just because your friends were also playing that? I mean, I assume that you like TDM.
Yeah, of course, I love TDM. But
okay.
I like Capture the Flag as well. It's I think I stuck with TDM because I got really good on it, and because of all the friends, and I know this community much better. So
for sure, that makes
sense.
But
I'm open to playing Capture the Flag anytime. So
good.
I can defend.
Well, you heard it here, folks. First, folks, just get good. Just get good. It's that simple.
Just grind and have fun.
Have
balance. I think. Take the flag from me if you can.
All right. Oh, the gauntlet has been thrown down. He's now accepting challengers.
Yes.
In TDM, what is your preferred team size? Do you like 3v3, 4v4, or duels, or what is it?
I think each set like one duel, 2 versus 2, 4 versus 4. They have their own charm, so to speak. But I like 2 versus 2 the most.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you've had a very long time partner in your 2v2. Any comments that you want to throw out about your partner?
Yeah. We've been playing for like 20 years together. It's been incredible. It's incredible to play with him because he's like the shot caller. He's timing great. He's communicating great. Good with all the weapons. Yeah. It's been a pleasure to play with him, Wolf.
Yeah, at some point, I'm hopefully going to talk to Wolf as well to see if he even likes you or if he's just pretending these 20 years.
I think he has a hate-love towards me, to be honest, but yeah.
You spend that much time with anybody and you're going to find some things that frustrate you.
Yeah, he's like his wife is saying like, why do you play with Znatch? You're screaming on him all the time and calling him a prick and stuff like that. So yeah, it's quite funny.
That's great. Have you found any success in games outside of Unreal Tournament? Have you tried other shooters or any really game that you found really hooked you for a while?
No.
Nothing
is like Unreal Tournament. I have tried other games like Counter-Strike. Actually Quake. I really love Quake. I played a lot with like the Swedish elite in Rocket Arena. A lot. It's like Clan Arena basically. It's called in Quake Live and the Quake 3. So I played that quite a lot actually. I don't think many knows about that except the closest friends I have.
Nice. Yeah. I feel similarly. Unreal Tournament has been the only like shooter that I've really latched onto for any length of time. I've played a good amount of other games for a lot. I've played a lot of World of Warcraft and Diablo and just a variety of other games. But I think this is the one that I tend to come back to the most, and I'll play it on and off for a long period of time. Then I'll take a break for a year or something and just kind of reset, because sometimes I feel like that's good too. Just kind of get back out into the world and not live in this space entirely. It's about, like you said, balance.
Yeah. There's nothing like Unreal Tournament. You're not gonna find this. I don't know how to even say it. There's nothing like Unreal Tournament.
Yeah,
really. I played Realm Royale. It's a battle royale game. I think they canceled it now. I played that with fragger. We competed in that actually versus some really good. Duos. We played two like teams of 2 in a few tournaments, and the Americans were incredibly skilled in that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have only recently tried out a couple nights ago or last week Diabolical, and I know that game had a very, very tiny moment where it may have had some popularity and then it died out immediately. But it's Quake movement with Unreal Tournament weapons, and
Yeah.
I have I'm just playing with two of my close friends in real life, and it's great. It's just really, really fun to have a game where I'm like learning things, but it still feels kind of familiar, but also kind of different because the movement feels different. It's pretty fun. Uh,
Yeah. Have you tried the Diabotical Rogue?
no, not
Not
yet.
sure how.
Not yet. No.
Okay, yeah. I'm not sure if they are still in development of that, but
Yeah.
we played that a few people from Unreal community. I think Berserker and
Mhm.
a few others
Yeah, a few people
played
in
that.
A played it as well, and said, "Oh, make sure you try this or try that." And I haven't tried it yet. So I think the game's basically entirely dead. The other night I was playing with again these two guys that I'm friends with in real life, and there was one server, and we joined, and everybody in there left after like 2 minutes, and I was like, "Oh, okay, well that's fine."
That's a shame. It was a really good game.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it. So yeah.
yeah. Um, where are you at in your life now? How much time do you spend playing games? I mean, we're all well into adulthood at this point. We all have jobs and we have to hold down and families and things like that. What's your life going on like now? Do you spend much time gaming?
It's like periodic, I would say. Um,
Okay.
Instead of watching Netflix or just relaxing in the sofa when the kids have fallen asleep, I play a few games here and there when there's motivation and energy.
Mm-hmm.
But unless there's some cup or if a DVP or Wolf is not nagging on me or Alea,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not playing actually. I have so little energy left in the evenings because
Okay.
of work and family
Yeah.
situation and
And we all get
so
older, right? At some point in
yeah
time, we
yeah
have to face the realities of that.
yeah
Um,
man. I'm 40 now. I have like white starting to come out in my beard. So yeah
just starting, bro. I'm a few years.
yeah yeah.
I'm a couple years younger than you, and I'm already like there's a lot of gray hairs coming in everywhere.
It's God telling us that clock is ticking.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Um, I do want to spend just a couple more questions on the game itself and the long history that you have in the competitive scene. I think the people watching would be a little bit frustrated with me if I didn't touch on some of these things. So, uh, give me just a story, whatever pops to your mind, the most clutch or exciting moment that you really, really hold on to when you think back of like big moments that you've had in this game. And it doesn't have to be at a tournament, just any kind of moment that you really latch on to. Tell me a little story about that.
Oof, that's a good question. There's so much, and there's so much I have forgotten. Like,
Okay.
yeah, but I would say my loss, a negative one, I can start with.
Yeah,
It
sure.
was my loss versus Sulg in
Mm-hmm.
the World Cyber Games qualification.
Mm,
It was a Nordic qualification, so I think it was only one spot for the whole like Scandinavian area. So Sweden, yeah, all the countries in Scandinavia.
okay, okay. I'm
Yeah,
sure
I
there's
lost.
probably a demo or a recording of this somewhere, but for someone who's unfamiliar, walk me through it. What was the map or maps? Talk me. What was the match?
Yeah, it was against Sulg, the legend from
Hmm.
Sweden. And it was the first map I think was Agony, and the second map was Male Violence. I remember those two. But the first map, I had a fever actually, so I put the headset the other way around, like the wrong side. So I was so
Mm,
confused, like he's coming from the left. Oh no, he's coming from the right, and I'm dead. So it was quite funny. I didn't realize that until the end of the first map, and yeah, I lost versus him there. So it was pretty devastating because I was really good back then. I had extremely good tracking aim,
mm,
and the minigun and pulse were the best weapons. So
for sure.
I felt I should have won that. He felt that as well. He said, but he had much more experience than me, and he was older than me.
Mm.
Um, yeah, and he
Uh,
also used the exploit. I don't think World Cyber Games said anything about exploits or stuff like that, but he used like drop weapon bind. if you know what that is.
It's faster to change weapons by dropping than by changing weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So back in the day when you know this, like
Mhm.
weapon switching took forever. You had
Mhm.
to be really strategic. So, but he was punishing me with combos all the time, and I couldn't understand it. So actually, it was not many years ago. Someone told me, like, did you know he was using that against you? So that was very sad for me to hear. So I could have won that matchup if it wasn't for that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll be talking to some people in the North American scene soon, and one of the conversations that we have had on and off over the many, many years has been around weapon switch timing, fast weapon switch. Uh, I know that the European scene has developed their own sense of what feels right in terms of weapon switch timing. I think that you guys have almost instantaneous weapon switch. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, almost instantaneous
Yeah.
because
And I think that
I played the UT4 before I came back to play UT99
mhm.
like a bit over like a half year ago or like almost a year ago, and I went back to UT4 a few days ago just to feel it, and I noticed like shit, this is really slow weapon switch. So yeah, it's very fast in UT99 at the moment.
Yeah, and I think some of the conversation that we have had, and the reason why we are at the point that we are now, is we made our weapon switch faster and faster and faster until it was very close, if not the same, as to what you guys use in terms of it being almost instantaneous. And we felt that it got to the point where it was a little bit too fast, and that because the weapons are so powerful that rather than trying to nerf all of the weapons and keep the fast weapon switch, that it made sense to us to slow the weapon switch back down just a little bit, so that way you can't have these super fast weapon combos. They are very fun and they are very flashy and exciting, but they also lead to very, very, very uncounterable gameplay where you can't do anything against it. And so you start to throw the balance of everything off. That's what, our conversation has evolved into. Where do you land on that? Do you feel like it's worth it to have the fast weapon switch, or is there maybe a notion that it's gone too far?
Yeah, perhaps it has gone a bit too far. I think like weapon switching should be, how can I say this? Like you should have a
Should be intentional.
Yeah, exactly. You should not be able to just pick any gun and just spam that and switch and spam. It has to be a bit more tactical, I think. And yeah, the weapons in UT99 are extremely powerful, but I think they have released a pro mode with reduced weapon damage over a few weapons. I'm not sure. I haven't tried it much, but
yeah, it's really interesting. The more I play other games and the more I explore other shooters and how they have approached this, I wonder about what we can do to keep our game feeling fresh in that way. I know some people in the North American scene are wildly opposed to it. They say, no, don't touch the game, leave it alone. I want the enforcer to be overpowered. I want the sniper rifle to be as strong as it is. I want the headshot box to be exactly what it is. They want exactly no changes to the game because that's the game that they fell in love with. But the hard part about that is you have a longevity now where you've got 25 years of experience and internet connections that are better, ping compensation that's better, and all of this leads to a part where it's like, this doesn't really feel balanced anymore. And it was balanced around an older internet. It was balanced around worse computers. And so all of that leads to this thing where it's like, this doesn't feel as enticing anymore. Anyway, I'm rambling.
No. I agree on that. And also, we were shooting with ball mice, so hitting a headshot back then was
Yeah, and now we've got 25,600 DPI laser mice to
exactly.
Anyway, so
I agree. Yeah.
It's an interesting conversation. I think that is the next kind of evolution of us as a global community, is kind of landing on a set of settings that we all kind of collectively go, this is a happy medium. No one community is excluded or overly favored, but we all kind of land somewhere in the middle of what we like. Because as we play more and more ping compensation games, we are going to have to start, figuring out what it is that we have in common rather than what we have in difference, because the more games we play, like just the fact that some Europeans have come over to the North American scene the past few weeks, the past month or so, and say, whoa, your games are only 12 minutes. That's really fast. Why? It feels very strange. And so, maybe there's an opportunity for us to bump our games back up to 14 minutes or 15 minutes or something like that, just to find a happy medium. Anyway, so the last couple questions that I have for you are about specifics in the gameplay. You've told me about some of the memories that you've got, but let's talk about how you actually approach the game. What is your thought process? What do you find that you are an aggressive player or a defensive player or somewhere in between? Talk to me about that.
I try to play aggressive, but in my opinion, in order to play aggressive, you need to have aim.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I try to play aggressive with no aim, you're gonna just die, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but I try to play aggressive when I can, and when I'm hitting my shots, I let my aim decide for me what I can do and cannot do, basically. So if I'm hitting my shots, I'm gonna engage. I'm gonna take place on the map. If I'm not aiming that well in a particular day, I'm gonna be more defensive, play more sneaky, use maybe flag cannon or rockets a bit more, and I'm gonna choose my fights in weird ways, not just for the power-ups. Most people they fight over the power-ups, but I try to fight around the power-ups instead. It's very, like, I can speak about this for many hours, but I try to play aggressive as much as I can and use sound to my how do you say?
It's your advantage.
Yeah. Pay attention to the sound. Pay attention to how well I'm hitting or my opponent is hitting. What weapons does he like? Can I remove any weapon? Is he a low sensitivity player? Can he master the low sensitivity? Can he play with it correctly, or is he just waving, cannot move? Is he a fast sense player? Should I avoid close combat with him? Or I think constantly when I'm playing. I'm just not. I'm not like autonomous, or what do you say? I play very goal orientated, but what's the next item? Okay, it's belt. Where's the enemy? What can I do? Can I fool him? Should I set up for the belt instead? Should I take a fight here? Should I not? It's very complicated. I could speak for hours and hours about this.
I mean, feel free to say as much as you want. I'm sure everyone's very curious as to how you approach the game, because you've been winning for a long time, and I think a lot of people want a little taste of that action.
Yeah, I try to be aggressive, try to be unpredictable. I try to use my enemy's patterns against him, because players usually they have patterns in their movement throughout the map. So I pay close attention to how he moves between items and or when he's injured, when he's trying to go for HP and stuff like that. But I use also the shock combo a lot, because I feel like many players they are, or like the community in general in first person shooters, they talk a lot about positioning, right? But the positioning means absolutely nothing in this game when you have a shock rifle in your hand, because it's like a long arm. It can punish anyone anywhere from a bad position. So I really like that with Unreal Tournament, because you can turn a bad position into an extremely strong position. Like, let's say Codex, you're under belt and belt is spawning. If you have a shock combo, you're gonna destroy the player above, even if he has the better position than you.
Sure. Okay, I see. I do understand what you. At first, I didn't know if I necessarily agreed with you, because I thought you were saying that there is no such thing as a good or bad position in this game, and I definitely think that there are good and bad positions.
But the shock combo, it can turn a bad position into a very good position.
It's a very strong equalizer.
Yeah, yeah. But of course, there are good positioning and bad positioning and the wrong weapon of choice and stuff like that. But yeah,
Yeah, I think
this is how I approach the game.
that's good. Yeah, I think it is one of those things where the more time, it comes back to what you were saying about intentionality, about thinking about what you're going to be doing and going forward, because your intentions and your goal-oriented nature dictates where you should be playing from. And it takes an extra bit of thought to think to get to that point. A great example, on Codex, in a duel, if you have the position to frag the enemy, but let's say you are armor side and you know the belt is up or will be up very, very soon, it might not be worth it to take the frag right then, because then they're going to spawn by the belt and get there before you.
Yeah, exactly.
So you have to...
Small things like
yes,
this.
You have to think a little bit more patiently about your gameplay. And I think that is very, very interesting in a game like Unreal Tournament, where the gameplay is so fast. And it's... I mean, I know lots of people who have played plenty of first-person shooters. They try UT99 and they go, this is chaos. I can't keep up with this. How does anyone play this? And I think... And that is actually what draws so many of us to it, is like, yeah, it's as fast as it possibly can be. And even then, some of us are like, it could go faster. I could play faster.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It is interesting, though. It's thinking with intention. Intentionality is very, very important in terms of taking your gameplay to the next level.
Yeah, it's duel is it's beautiful. Like you are your own enemy.
Yeah.
You have to be relaxed, cool.
Yeah. This is why I have never been that good at duel. Just
yeah, I'm tilting myself, you know. So it's still happening. So
yeah, I get personally, I get into this headspace where I'll do pretty well against really, really top tier players. I'll get a few frags. I might have a very early lead, but if I lose that lead, or if there's a turn, I have such a hard time coming back from behind that I lose so many games, because I get trapped into this corner of, well, I have to either try to surprise them or land a really powerful sniper shot or something from across the map just to whittle them down. And at that point, I'm already down by 6 frags or something, and it's so hard to come back at that point.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I blew a lead versus Arctos in the duel tournament. I had like a 20 frag lead, and it was 5 minutes left, and I blew it. I just kept attacking him with Enforcer. I was trying to prove a point of players could run at me with Enforcer and kill me easily. When I did it, it didn't work, but I got really tilted there. So yeah.
Well, we all have our flaws.
Shit happens.
Yeah, basically. All right. Yeah. Well, I think, we've been chatting for the better part of an hour now. I don't want to take up too much of your time. And I know that Danny has already asked me to make these shorter so that he doesn't have so much to edit. So I will mostly wrap it up here. Is there anything else that you would like to say, or anything that you want to shout out to the community, North American, South American, Europe, anywhere that's going to be listening to this that you haven't had a chance to say hi to yet, or anything like that? This is your chance to shine and say hello to everybody.
Yeah, I want to say to, how do you say, Chrome?
Chrome, yeah, Chrome, KHR Chrome.
Chrome and his brother Hildy.
Yeah.
I was really impressed by you guys, and I want to play more with you.
Okay.
And also to to GSN that I played in the final. I really liked him as a player. But I think he can work a bit on his personality. He has been a bit rough. But I'm really impressed by his skills. Same with Arctos, really nice guy. And he's playing with like 125 centimeters for a 360 turn. So I want to have a discussion with him. I think it's holding him back, actually. I think he could be a much better player with lower sensitivity. Yeah, I mean, it's just nuts. But I will have a chat with him and
set him straight. Huh?
Also I want to say to Spellcaster and Berserker that I want to play more with you guys. Was really impressed by them. Both unique players, and Oryx and Nux. See you again in the next 2 versus 2 cup, and to DVP. He's a true inspiration. I'm really impressed by him, and he has gone through so much during the years. And
and his enthusiasm for the game is just so infectious. He just loves the game and he loves the community so much, and he just wants to. He's like, and I've said this before when it comes to this podcast thing, he's doing all the work. Like he's just having me ask questions, and that's great. I'm happy to do it, but at the same time, he's doing all the editing. He's coordinating. He's getting me questions to ask people, all that kind of stuff. This is his show for sure.
Yeah, he's a legend, and yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much for your time. Thank you. A shout out to DVP. He actually wasn't able to join us on this call today, but we took care of it, and I'll hand off the files to him, and he can take care of it. But thank you again for your time. I really appreciate it, and I'm sure all of the watchers and listeners do as well.
Thank you, Oscar.
Yeah, of course, man. Thank you.
Yeah. Cheers.